Hi, this is an overview of standards-based grading. You may be wondering why change to standards-based grading. We first saw the need for this system when we asked students what the purpose of a grade is. They had trouble coming up with answers, and we found that students did not understand that the true purpose of a grade, as we know, is to measure student mastery of specific skills. We found that the traditional grading system is a one-size-fits-some grading system. It was geared toward the average student and did not meet the individual needs of all students. We found that standards-based grading caters to students' individual needs while showing a more accurate measure of their mastery.
Standards-based grading focuses on the depth of each student's understanding of the content. This is measured through many different assessments throughout the course of a topic. This includes, but is not limited to, basic skills tests, homework, reviews, topic tests, and projects.
So how does this look different than a traditional grading system? Well, in a traditional grading system, the grade was based on points earned on each assignment. We found that homework too greatly impacted a student's grade, sometimes falsely representing their true understanding. In standards-based grading, their grade truly measures their depth of understanding. Traditionally, the teacher sets the pace for the class, but with standards-based grading, students have more control and they can work at an appropriate speed for them. In traditional grading, students take tests on a specific day regardless of whether they have completed the work needed to prepare them for that test. Standards-based grading requires that students complete all their prior work before testing, and students can dictate when they are ready to test. Traditionally, students get multiple grades per topic, but in standards-based grading, only one grade is given per topic, and it corresponds with a rubric that will be outlined on the next page. This single grade reflects students' overall understanding of the topic in its entirety. We also see a shift from focusing on assignment completion to mastering a topic.
At the beginning of each topic, students will be given a rubric. This rubric shows a progression of activities and assessments that are intended to measure and grow students in the depth of their understanding. A student's final topic grade will reflect the highest level completed throughout the course of the topic. Students will begin by completing a basic skills test. This measures the bare minimum that we need all students to understand. This typically does not include word problems, but rather basic computation. This shows that students are emerging in their understanding. As soon as students have completed their basic skills test with an 80% or higher, they are ready to work towards the next level to increase their grade for the topic. However, if a student stops here, they would receive a 60% overall for the topic. Next, students ensure their nightly homework has been completed. This shows that students are developing in their understanding by showing that they can apply an isolated concept while still receiving help. Once all homework is complete with a 90% or higher, they will work on completing the topic review. However, if this is the highest level they complete, they would receive a 70% overall for the topic.
The review shows that a student's understanding is proficient through indicating that they can apply multiple concepts with help. This is different from homework because students are seeing a mixture of problems across the topic. Once this is completed, a student is ready to schedule their topic test. However, if this is the highest level they complete, they would receive a 75% for the topic. The topic test shows that a student's understanding is accelerated by measuring that students can complete application-based problems independently. Once a student completes their topic test with at least an 80%, they are ready to start the project. However, if this is the highest level that they complete, they would receive an 89% for the topic. The project for the topic shows that students are understanding the material at an advanced level as they can analyze, create, and evaluate real-world situations that involve the content we are studying. A corresponding rubric for each project will be provided. Students will receive between a 90 and 100% depending on their score based on the rubric. As you can see, as students progress through the assignments and activities, they are moving from lower level thinking to higher level thinking skills.
So what will this look like in our math classroom? A typical topic will begin with instructional days that are very similar to a traditional classroom. Students will learn a lesson and should complete the corresponding homework the night it is assigned. After the lesson, students will have 3 punch card days where they will work independently to complete tasks that are geared towards progressing their level of understanding. On the first punch card day, all students start off by taking a basic skills test. If they pass with an 80% or above, they will make sure that their homework is complete. If they do not pass with an 80%, they will receive interventions to fix any gaps in their understanding, and they will retest when ready.
Students will then make sure that they have finished all homework scoring above a 90% and redoing homework assignments and questions as needed. Once all homework assignments are complete, they will work on their review and complete it with a 90% or higher. After the review is complete, they will schedule to take their topic test with their teacher. Students will then take the topic test and score an 80% or higher. If students do not score an 80% or higher, they will complete test corrections and ask the teacher any questions that they have and prepare for a retake. Once students have completed the test with an 80% or above, they will work on a project for the remainder of the punch card days. After the punch card days, students will receive a grade that corresponds with the highest level that they completed. Students may continue to work on any assignments outside the punch card days and turn them in when they are completed. However, all work must be turned in before a specified date at the end of the quarter.
There are several ways that you can see if your child is on track throughout the topic. First, the recommended schedule for weekly homework is posted on Progress Book. You can also check individual assignment percentages and if they have been completed on Digits and on Schoology. Finally, each student will have a punch card where they will monitor their own progress throughout the topic.
Standards-based grading provides many benefits to student learning. As discussed already, a student's grade is a true reflection of their knowledge. It is not skewed by homework completion. There are multiple student-teacher check-ins and opportunities for students to get intervention throughout punch card days. It will also prevent gaps in skills and knowledge. Students move on when they are truly ready, not just when the class is ready. And struggling students will receive intervention, while thriving students receive extension projects. Standards-based grading is student-driven and has been proven to engage and motivate students.
Standards-based grading is beneficial to all different types of learners. For students that struggle, they really can't move on until they've mastered the previous level. This helps to ensure that they're not exposed to more complicated skills that they're really not ready for. They can also benefit from the multiple teacher check-ins and the built-in intervention throughout the punch card days.
Standards-based grading also benefits the average student because they can get remediation and enrichment depending on their individual strengths and weaknesses. Also, gaps in understanding are not masked by high achievement on other topics.
Students are always given the opportunity to extend their knowledge through projects. This eliminates downtime that can often occur when students master content more quickly than their peers.
Before deciding to implement standards-based grading, we conducted a 1-month pilot. At the end of the pilot, we gave students a survey to gauge their feedback and learning preferences. As you can see, when asked if they would recommend this new grading system next year, the overwhelming majority showed that standards-based grading was their preference.
In the survey, we also gave students the opportunity to explain their preference. Here are some of the insights that the students shared. You should use the system next year because it allows people to learn at their own pace and not the pace of the teacher.
We should use this because the slow-working kids can work at their pace and the fast kids can work at their pace.
We should use this next year because it is a good way to have students practice pacing themselves for what they will soon have to do in the future.
You should use it next year because it lets us make our own decisions and gives us more freedom to do what we want to do and how we learn.
It is much more engaging than the whole way.
We should use this. It's good for people who don't understand, and it's better than moving on and people still not getting the concept.
You should use this next year because it helps students focus on learning more.
This system makes it easier to get better grades, and it might seem kind of complicated at first, but it's really convenient.
You should because it's less stress for students.
We should use this next year because it was a lot easier to remember all my homework, and I got to take the tests when I was ready.
Thank you for watching this video. We hope that it has provided some clarity with the changes you will see this school year. If you have any additional questions regarding the topics discussed on this video, please feel free to contact your math teacher at the email provided on the syllabus. Thank you.